Goethe. Goethe.
Goethe.
Goethe.
Goethe.
Goethe.
Goethe. The year is 1792. Goethe is now a successful man and lives in a magnificent house in Weimar, in the very best part of town. 20 years have passed since his novel The Sorrows of Young Goethe first appeared. Thousands of young people all over Europe have read the book. And all have laughed and lost, along with its unhappy hero. Goethe committed suicide. And Goethe? He became a superstar. Image is everything, and that's why Duke Karl August of Saxony-Weimar invited Goethe, the celebrity, to stay at his court.
Weimar is a very small town, and a poor one at that. But conditions in the German provinces are generally bad. The Duke is living beyond his means. He can't really afford his 60 courtiers, and so is in debt. The tradesmen, peasants and workers here live in terrible conditions. But in spite of this, Weimar is something special. A focus, a point of attraction for interesting, intellectual people from all over Germany. The name Goethe has become the trademark of Weimar.
From 1782 on, Goethe's career really took off. The emperor gave him a title. He is now called Herr von Goethe and also plays a political role. Goethe's friend, the Duke, makes him a minister, head of the military commission, director of mining, building inspector, diplomat, and later theater director. Goethe is in his element. He is very busy. He is able to plan and promote new projects. But his true talent is writing, and there's little time for that.
While Germany is politically still asleep, in France the revolution has broken out. Heads roll, the nobility must flee. The new ideas of liberty, equality and fraternity reach far into the many small states of Germany. Those in power use force to try to suppress the people's desire for power sharing. Duke Karl August goes to war against the French, and Goethe, his minister, must of course accompany him. The revolution cannot be stopped by war between two world powers. These troubled times are reflected in Goethe's Reynard the Fox. The revolutionary idea of freedom wins over the heart of the people, including those in Germany. But Goethe is not impressed.
Goethe is hugely successful, respected, wealthy and privileged, a real winner. Socially, however, he's on the outer. He's abruptly cut off from court life. What has happened? Goethe has fallen in love, very passionately, with Christiane, who is charming, high-spirited and unaffected. But she's from a humble background and has been sharing Goethe's bed for years. Although they are not married, they have a son. A real scandal develops. But Christiane gives Goethe something he has never found in the cold life of the court: genuine warmth and happiness.
And then he suffers a setback in his literary career. His drama Tasso, which he had written in Italy, is a flop. Goethe's audience in Weimar doesn't like it. Italy, though, had been fantastic. It was both an erotic and an aesthetic revelation. Here Goethe rediscovered himself as an artist and returned a changed man. Ever since his return, though, he feels isolated.
"11 years in Weimar, 11 years of court etiquette, responsibilities and growing older. The man and his art are both hemmed in. The trip to Italy is a chance for him to break out of a life that has become too narrow and too easy."
And so he set off. Under cover of darkness, the departure itself was something of an adventure. And that's exactly what he wanted. The roads were bad, the coaches filthy and uncomfortable, the overnight accommodation sleazy. Danger threatened at every turn. But novelty was the main thing. No 2 days were alike. The further he got from small, stuffy Weimar, the more his soul felt alive. When Goethe finally saw the Alps, he knew that he would return changed.
The land where the lemon trees bloom, the land of antiquity, of great art, dreams and desires. In discovering the country, he has discovered himself. Verona, Florence, Venice, and finally, Rome. The soft light, the charm of the people, the beauty of the women, everything inspires him. Perhaps he should become an artist? Enviable, truly enviable, to be Goethe in Rome. He has both talent and money. He is the focus of a cosmopolitan circle of friends. Creatively, he's in top form again. He writes poetry, he paints, he keeps a diary.
This newfound freedom does him a power of good. He immerses himself more and more in this world of new experiences and feelings. He travels on to Naples, sees the excavations of Pompeii, and crosses to Sicily.
Italy. This is the melody that will be with him for the rest of his life. The final departure from Italy in May 1788 is painful. And Weimar comes as a shock. Everything is different. The court, his former circle of friends, and most importantly, Goethe himself.
A gift from heaven, a friend, a man his equal. For Goethe it is like magic. 1794, and just when Weimar seems to offer no hope, the right friend appears at the right time.
Schiller. What kind of person is he? First and foremost, the polar opposite of Goethe. Razor sharp, analytical, revolutionary, and in poor health. In contrast to Goethe, who is sensual, full of life, constantly seeking out pleasure. Their friendship thrives on this tension. It inspires them. Both are highly productive. They see each other every day and send notes every hour. Goethe contributes to Schiller's publication Horen, and Schiller demands that his friend complete Faust.
This friendship is truly extraordinary. It transcends both the gossip and intrigues of Schiller's wife against Goethe's Christiane and the envy and hostility of others. A friendship that goes far beyond the personal. Together they define an era, German classicism, a monument in their own time. Goethe, the theater director, brings Schiller's plays to the stage in Weimar. Both have the highest ideals.
They had planned so much together. However, after just 10 years, Goethe is as lonely as before. Schiller dies. Looking for consolation, Goethe becomes a citizen of the world. He simply leaves behind him the narrowness of Weimar and with it, the limits of German culture and its reading public. He meets Napoleon and is fascinated. Goethe is a visual person, in every respect. Sight is his primary sense. Time and again, people around him are surprised by the intensity of his gaze. His philosophy in a nutshell: if the eye were not like the sun, it would never be able to see it. Vision is very much part of his personal enlightenment.
The great prince of poets has a hobby, the study of nature in its widest sense. Meteorology, geology, anatomy. Sometimes he pursued the strangest of theories. His book, A Theory of Color, appeared in 1809 and was one such inspired error.
Goethe has an unpleasant side to him. He gets on people's nerves with his ceremoniousness and self-centered mood swings. And then there are his funny quirks. He sees dogs as a personal insult. The same goes for eyeglasses. No wonder some people make fun of him.
But one thing everyone agrees on: the works produced in his later years are truly magnificent. Above all, Faust, a topic which he has carried within him ever since his childhood, when he saw a puppet drama about a pact with the devil. Together with his sister, he performed these scenes again and again. The first version of Ur-Faust appears when he is only 24. At 57, he completes the first part of the tragedy.
In his old age, it is love that makes life worth living. Love and women are immortalized in his poetry. The divan of East and West is marked by the wisdom of his older years. Then come the Marienbad elegies, written for the young Ulrike, his last great inspiration.
And finally, Goethe as Faust, the eternal seeker. At the age of 82, Goethe completes the tragedy and the magical circle closes. Goethe is one with his destiny. In the timelessness of poetry, in the idea of eternal return. Die and be reborn is one of his sayings. He doesn't have a frightening end. Instead, it seems, another change, forever transformation.
Goethe